Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yelial in this incarnation. Well, today I am here to talk about the new moon in Cancer that we are going to have on July 5th. And I wanted to talk about this event because tomorrow I usually talk about the energies of the week, and we have a lot, happening this week. There are a lot of transits, so we are going to talk about the path in which we are reaching this new moon. So this is happening, as I said, on July 5th in the degree Sun and Moon are going to be united in the degree 14 with 23 minutes of Cancer in a conjunction with Venus. So people that have planets close of this mathematical degree, 3 or 4 degrees before and after of Cancer and the cardinal signs Capricorn, Aries, Libra, they are going to feel it probably in a stronger way. And also we have to take into account that this is happening in between of two full moons in Capricorn. They are a complementary axis, so we are experimenting this process of endings in the Capricorn area of our natal chart, and now we have this beginning of 6 months. So the lunation, I said, it is in conjunction with Venus in Cancer, and also it is creating a trine, which is a fluid aspect, with Saturn in Pisces, among other aspects. Other thing that is important to mention is that it's in an open square with the karma nodes. Yesterday I mentioned the video of yesterday how the Sun is going to create this whole week squares with the karma nodes. So this is about choosing, the evolutionary way, to put it in some way, to do something different and letting go of old patterns in terms of relationships. In relationships here are going to be like protagonists because we are talking about Venus in conjunction of this event, and Venus is going to make another aspect. So let's start by talking about the energy of Cancer. This is about the roots, the home, the family, the archetype of the mother, our relationship with our own mother. If we have the relationship with the kids, if you have children. The relationship that we have with our emotions. We are talking about intuition. Intuition is the voice of the soul. I always repeat this. So it is very important to learn to develop the contact with our own intuition and to hear it and to trust it. Also, Cancer is about emotional security. Protection, the nutrition, whatever thing is nutritious for us. And it is an energy very associated with vulnerability and sensitivity, which are qualities that for our society, for maybe because of this disconnection from the feminine energy in the last era, they were seen as a weakness. But actually is the sensitivity and this instinct of the mother, the quality that give the mother the capacity to recognize the stimuli of the child and the capacity to attend what the child needs, and nurture him or her. So also the processing of our emotions. Cancer is talking about that. We cannot evolve, we cannot grow without giving space to our emotions. This is totally impossible. So it is a moment to give space to every emotion that we have, to also develop a healthy relationship with our emotions. This is something that we can work on. And in fact, the energy of Saturn is telling us that it is a moment to make this commitment with our own soul to build and to put the energy in what is really nutritious, in what we are really feeling, but a feeling from this intuitive space. I'm not talking about, we are also have to make this difference between intuition and emotions, because they are not the same, and decisions from emotions are many times not the wisest thing that we can do. So I'm going to put an example later, but I wanted to talk about emotions because, for example, there are people that, because of programmings or the way they grew up, They think that cry is a weakness, and cry is the best way that we can release an energetic blockage in which can release emotions that were stuck in the body. And not relating in a healthy way with our emotions could even manifest diseases, illnesses in our body. So it is very, very important the contact that we have with our emotions, and to develop a responsible, a maturity way of relating ourselves with them. So self-love, cultivating what is nutritious for us and for the people that surrounds us is a responsibility. That is what Saturn is telling us. So the more we can really align with that intuition and build from that space, this cycle is going to flow, very well, because that is the trine. That is what the trines are telling us. This energy is already given. The opportunities are already given. The only thing that we have to do is just to put the energy to build, thinking in the long term too, and build in whatever thing we know that it is in alignment with our soul. It is a path of commitment. And also, other thing that is important is that Venus is going to be in a square with almost exact with Chiron in Aries. And linking this with the squares with the karma nodes, it is very important to understand that this cycle requires also to face the wounds. It is like not running away from the wounds. And here I can give an example, from, hearing our intuition and understanding the difference from emotions, because talking about relationships, our intuition could tell us that we have to let go of certain relationships because they are not nurturing anymore for each one, for the parts that are involved. But the emotion could express pain and the mind could express attachment. So we have to make that difference in order to choose whatever thing is the best for everyone, because every time that we are choosing from love, we are making this impact also in the people that we are dealing with. And what I was saying is that this could happen in the opposite side. This maybe it is about that we are called to put the labor in certain relationships that are challenging at the moment, and this is about being responsible for our own wounds, for the wounds that are bringing. So this is about not running from the wounds. Of course, this is not about looking for painful situations or drama or or situations that are not nutritious, but this is about not running from the wounds that we already bring, from these programs that we all have, and to face them during the whole cycle. This is not only something that we are going to experiment this week. This is about the next cycle, the next 6 months. So to understand what is best for us and for the people that surround us too. In this much contact with what we really feel, again, from intuition. So other thing that I wanted to mention is that Venus is going to make also a trine, is going to activate a trine that is going to be perfected the next week, actually, but a trine with Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune this week is about to be retrograde also. In the videos of Saturn that I did the last week, Saturn today officially is retrograde. So I told you how when a planet is about to be retrograde, is in this stationary period in which it is not moving from mathematical degree, and the planet gain force. So we are feeling Neptune a lot from today. This new moon is already active. Every lunation has this range, energetical range of 1 week before and 1 week after of manifestation. So we are already feeling it. And Neptune is going to participate in this week on July 2nd is going to be retrograde, as I said. So we are going to feel a lot the energy of Neptune that is associated with the contact with the spiritual world, with the unity. This is about having strange, weird dreams, even because we have a lot of information descending through that way. Well, I'm going to talk about Neptune in the next videos because I don't want to extend myself in this planet, but I think this trine between Venus and Neptune, it is about surrendering to this higher energy. You could call it God. I like to call it infinite consciousness. People call it universe. It is the name you want, but this is about surrendering to this higher energy, to being guided uh, by that energy, and to continue in that commitment in this next cycle, detaching also from the immediate results, because when we want immediate results, then frustration appears when we are talking about Saturn. This is a trine. These are not the squares that we experimented in June with Saturn, that could be very, very frustrating, of a lot of restriction and limitation. In this case, we are not talking about that. This is a trine, so the more we can commit, the more we can put the effort, the energy into whatever thing we know inside that it is our path, then things will flow in a very nice way. But it is important to understand that the attachment to immediate results, the focus is in the present moment, because the only thing that we have is the present moment. So it is about bringing this emotional security or the enjoyment of the present moment as it is. It is a practice also. And to understand that we can be responsible of many things and to enjoy at the same time, and to become them a nurturing experience. So well, this is the last thing. Oh no, and the last thing that I wanted to comment is that Venus is also going to be in a sextile with the conjunction, and I am going to explain this in another video too, with the conjunction of Mars and Uranus in Taurus. This is already active and is going to be a very powerful energy. Mars is the planet of action, and Uranus is the planet of changes, disruptive changes. So this new cycle that we are going to approach is also about making changes in the bases, because Taurus represents the bases, the resources, the value, the things that we give value to, and Venus is the regent of Taurus. So this cycle also will require to make an important change, and maybe this is about an inner calling of making this change, breaking with a limiting structure, and, doing something that could revolutionize our lives, or this could be given through an external scene. But we are going to talk about more of Mars and Uranus. This is a very, very powerful energy. Well, family, I think I am ending this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.